2 years ago, we had the greatest. There's never been anything like it. 2 years ago. It's greatness like no one had ever seen.
The last thing before we go this evening, revisionist history. Our friends over at The Recount uncovered some interesting sound from Marsha Blackburn today. Watch this.
Under President Trump, economic success was pretty much a given. The country was recovering from the pandemic. We had a plan to repair our supply chains, and the American people were starting to have hope that the dystopian nightmare they'd been living through was finally over.
Hold your horses. Under President Trump, economic success was pretty much a given? For fact's sake, let's take a look back at the Trump economy. There's this Washington Post analysis from January 8th, 2021. Quote, Trump will have the worst jobs record in modern U.S. history. It's not just the pandemic. Trump is the only modern president to leave office with fewer jobs than when he took office. 3 million fewer jobs, to be exact. Of course, the pandemic was the root cause for so many jobs lost across the country in the late part of his administration. But this chart right here shows that even before the pandemic, job growth under Trump was at a lower pace than most other presidents. And as the Washington Post puts it, quote, President Trump took office at the crest of the longest economic expansion in U.S. history. He leaves presiding over the worst labor market in modern U.S. history, as an already sputtering economic recovery has turned negative. Remember, Trump took office with a winning economy. So let's fast forward to right now and look at some key numbers to come this week. Today, we learned consumer confidence has declined for a third straight month. Not good news, but also not a surprise. When everything in your life costs more, you don't feel good about the economy. And when the tool the government uses to slow rising prices makes it more expensive to borrow, well, we don't like that much either. And tomorrow, we're going to find out if the Fed plans to raise rates again, and they likely will. On Thursday, we get GDP numbers, likely going to show a second quarter of decline. Also, not great news, but it doesn't mean it's a full-blown recession. Why? Because there's other things. There is good news. We've got low unemployment, steady job growth, and a high rate of savings. The economy is not all good. The economy is not all bad. What we have in this giant country of ours is a complicated economy, and that's the truth.